I don't know if YouTube's gonna work today. But yeah, I'm bearish for ES new low of day. Entry will be roughly right around here. Market's moving a massive amount. This would be stop loss, I guess. Um, Hell, you could enter here because I know NQ is going to go a little bit lower. Because NQ is a little head and shoulders at the moment. I would like ES to bounce one more time before entering. I'm not sure if I'll be that lucky. By the way, guys, react to the message in Promo Center. 12 people are getting $25 today. It's kind of a last minute thing. So make sure to react to that message in Promo Center today. Got along here for, that's not bad long. That's good risk to award too, FEMA. That's a nice trade. It's not bad. Anyways, yeah, this is the trade I'm thinking. But it's like, how bearish was the news actually? Well, the Twitter news channel has not. Hang on, let me see. Goldman, we expect committee to slow pace of. U.S. abruptly. I think this may have caused it. U.S. abruptly cancels media conference after Zelensky met with Trump's Ukraine envoy. What we got here? I guess Zelensky and Trump don't like each other, which makes sense. Trump is not as generous with the U.S. funds as the previous administration is. So, this is kind of a short trade here. I think I'm willing to take a stab at it. It's a super crazy risk to award, so it doesn't really have a high chance. We did get a buying wick, but I'm kind of looking at this NQ bear pennant here. Um, that's really what I'm looking at, the NQ bear pennant. And depending on how this candle closes, I know NQ is likely to at least make this low, and ideally, and ES would make a lower low as well. Move stop loss to break even and see if I can just catch downside. Um, and see how this candle closes. That's getting a buying wick. Kind of liking NQ more. Yeah, I kind of like NQ more, but this candle opened green, so I'm gonna hold off. I don't want to just hop into a trade out of boredom too, which is kind of a battle, but I wanted to enter on that last candle because it's likely to break out on this candle. It's likely to break to the downside on this candle, but I gotta do my 10-second rule. I have to wait till the end of this candle. Hopefully it goes up. That's what I'm hoping for. But it looks like NQ is a better short. It's currently weaker than ES. Needs to at least make the lower lows. This NQ candle right here is okay enough to enter. Now it's pretty good. Is it gonna close like that though? It left my order in the dust. God damn it. I canceled my order. Try putting my order right here. You can hop in if you want. I canceled it because now it made lower lows. I didn't really like the way that candle closed. I'm watching this potential falling wedge here on NQ. I would have liked to enter though, but my order did not. Unfortunately, my order did not fill. So that's pretty unfortunate. So now I'm going to wait. Let me just document that real quick. It's a bullish candle. Now I'm kind of liking ES shorts again. ES seems like it's going to flip weak again. It's a bearish candle open. I didn't fill it. I just don't want to fill shorts after NQ just put in that reversal candle. I'd rather wait. Hopefully some of you guys caught that NQ fill, because I did not. This was the trade that I was going to put together, and my stop loss would be at break even. Now it would be at break even. I tried to fill right here, and it didn't fill me. So you already cleared 1.3 risk to award. I can see new low of day. And that last candle is a pretty bearish candle. I'm gonna end up having to chase this drop. That's probably what's gonna happen. I hope it bounces, but it's looking like I'm gonna have to chase it. Yep, gonna have to chase it. Have no choice. I am triggered in, very much so. So there's the last 10 seconds. PT's new low a day. I'm still expecting a bounce at some point, but I personally have to get in here. I don't really have a choice, unfortunately. It's not the right order. Of course, it bounces right after I get in. But once it validates a majority of the move and the market is this bearish, I tried getting in here. That's what's super frustrating. My fills lately on futures have not been good. I've not been catching a break with those. The nice thing was too, if I caught that NQ trade, not only would it be super green, but my stop loss would be at break even. It would be a free trade. Unfortunate. I don't like my fill either. My fill is pretty crap, but I don't see any more news. You know, the Trade of 8 news freaking sucks. You don't get really anything from that. Damn, and ES is flipping stronger too. Oh, ES is so much stronger. That is really shitty. I do not like this trade anymore. I sold it at break even. I'm not willing to. You can hold it if you want. I don't want to. Not willing to take that big of a loss. Trade dropped to barely 50% odds. So was willing to chase it while ES was weak. It's not weak at all. It's much stronger. So I'll just hang out, and if we drop, I may not take anything. It's just really kind of a crappy morning because I left this morning, and this was the worst morning in the world to leave, and I'm not really feeling it on top of it because I already tried filling this trade, which would be up. How much would I be up right now? I'd be up a lot. I'd be up 250 ticks if I filled that trade. But POS Trade of 8 doesn't want to fill me. So I'm just going to hang out on the sidelines. And if it ends up hitting PT, I'll just put next by that break even. But that did become a statistically unfavorable trade. What's the Trade of 8 news? There's no Trade of 8 news. Funny, now ES is weak. Now ES looks much better than NQ does to continue down now that I'm out of it. So if you're still in that short, it's looking. I'm still thinking it's going to bounce before it gets low a day, but I'm not thinking it's going to bounce hard. Especially because NQ's bouncing above this low. I think it's going to be pretty temporary. Now, he has to technically sweep this, though, so I mean, it could be a decent sized bounce. We'll have to see. I hope it's a big bounce, but I'm not really thinking it's going to be. It's already trying to invalidate the bounce. I'm pretty damn bearish for new low of day. I kind of wish I was still in the trade, but it is what it is. ES looks so good to get to new low of day with how much weaker it is than NQ. This is like a really weird looking head and shoulders on the NASDAQ. I do not expect this right shoulder to be very big at all. It looks like ES really wants new low of day. Like it looks like it's fiending for it. I'm considering just hopping right back in the trade that I was in. Um, I'm not going to do it unless it makes another higher high. You guys can stay in if you want. Um, I'm not really bothered by missing out because I already missed out on a bulk of the move today. And I'm not as motivated to hop in after this freaking trade didn't fill me, which is super upsetting. I don't know why that didn't work out, but it did not. It's a bear pennant on ES. That's pretty bearish. And that looks like it's rounding off the right shoulder on NQ. So looks like NQ is going to make a move for this pivot now. This one. See if NQ gets there. There's the break to the downside just as predicted. It's going to be interesting to see how NQ reacts with this first blue line. It hit it. It's not looking like it's going to bounce off of it. It looks like it's going to be able to push down enough for ES to get new low of day. What do you miss? It just drops. Sold my ES at break even because it flipped super strong. Then right after I sold it, flipped weak again. So that's unfortunate. And I also missed my fill on NQ. So today's just a day about missing out. You all should be able to catch this drop though. I mean, we called it out. I called it out pretty much perfectly. That's a reversal candle. I do not think it's going to hold though. This candle even opened bearish on NQ. If by some miracle it does bounce, I would eagerly hop into shorts, but I don't think it's going to. The market is clearly extremely bearish. Make it lucky. No idea how high this bounce can go. I mean, that was a reversal candle. It hit demand, buying wick, volume spike. There you go. Everyone that was in that short trade just got freaking blue balled. It is tempting to hop back into shorts here because I was kind of supposed to be in that short trade. You can if you want, if you sold the break even with me. It's at break even now. I'll hop back in when NQ gets to here. After that big of a momentum candle following that reversal candle, I need NQ to make a higher high. You could be a little bit more aggressive if you want to, but trying not to let FOMO get the best of me. NQ's almost at that higher high. It's a fairly bullish candle open on NQ. I'm willing to enter this candle before the 10-second mark, depending on how it breaks that high there. And ES is weak. I don't know if it's going to let me in. I may have just barely missed this trade. Obviously, y'all could be in. Looks great now. Looks great for low of day. This is too big of a red candle here. NQ inverse head and shoulders may bail me out, but now it's looking like I'm going to get a much worse average on ES. I didn't really want that. ES is so freaking bearish. Good God. It might just get right to low of day without NQ dropping. Really hope that's not the case, though. Oh, back to hanging out on my phone. ES looks so good for new low day. It could not look better. It really could not look better. NQ's trying to get to that high, but ES doesn't even want to budge. Looks like it's just gonna get there. Which means actually NQ may be a good long trade when ES sweeps low a day, depending on what NQ looks like and how strong it is. It may be a pretty nice long. And NQ's gonna get right where I said it was. You know, I don't take short trades unless it sweeps the higher high. Did it perfectly, but ES just flipped so weak it screwed up. I can't get in now because the risk reward isn't good anymore. And I'm not willing to get into a trade with like a microscopic stop loss right here. How much the market's moving today, that's one big candle away. NQ and ES cookie. It's on my screen. It's on the background. Okay, there's NQ getting the higher high. I can't get in anymore unless ES makes a higher high now, unfortunately. Wish that was not the case, but you guys can take it. The analysis is there. And am I going to see a run or something on NQ? Maybe ES does get dragged to the higher high. I doubt it. I would love to fill right here is where I'd love to fill. I don't think NQ's going to be able to drag it up enough. Now, if I were trading options, even if I weren't in it, well, first off, I would be in a trade because I'd at least be half sized. I'd just hop in half size here. But that demanded work on NQ. NQ may go a bit higher. It may look like ES is going to get the higher high, which means NQ is going to be kind of all the way up here. I'm so bearish. So upset I'm not in shorts right now. Look at this rising wedge. It's beautiful. Looks like ES is maybe trying to flip strong though. I mean, NQ shorts the low of day aren't bad either. NQ shorts the low of day are not bad either here. They're really not bad at all. You can take them if you want, but you'd have to bet that NQ flips weaker than ES. And in fact, I may be willing to take that bet as a reversal trade. No, this candle opened a little bit too bullish. It's perfect double top on ES. Almost enough for me to fill shorts, just not quite. Needed it to break this high by one tick. Should I enter NQ? Because now it's kind of weaker. Do we think NQ is going to get all the way down to low of day? No. All right, there's ES. I can fill now. I'm waiting to see how this candle is going to close. NQ is getting a bullish candle, so I'm still waiting. All right, looks like I may be back in business here. Looks like I would have got absolutely hornswoggled on that short trade. Barely missing PT, just going right back up. It's another bullish candle open. Waiting for one red candle to hop in shorts. This looks like this candle could be it. Maybe not. Or like almost back to my original NQ entry, but the reality is I would have maybe I wouldn't have taken profits yet on that NQ trade because maybe I would have waited till ES gets new low day. There's a chance that, you know what, me not filling on those trades actually didn't impact my P&L, which would be amazing. Wow, that's actually a pretty bullish candle on NQ. Well, I gotta wait for a reversal candle now. Some kind of big selling wick, volume spike. Volume is ticking up on this candle, so I'm watching for a reversal. This candle did open bullish though, so it looks like it's at least gonna make a higher high. And that is, it's a perfect double top. It's not a big deal, but there, now it swept the high of this selling wick. This is good. This is good. We are back. But the way NQ's moving up right now, it may get all the way back up there, like all the way back up to the high up there. Wow. I would have stopped out. Or I'm almost at stop loss on the original. Where'd I fill? I filled here. My stop loss was here. Let's see. Would I have stopped out on this trade? Another bullish candle open. It might be short squeeze time, folks. We might go all the way back up. Every single candle is open within the previous selling wick. Green as well. Oh yeah, that last trade's stopping out. That's a heartbreaker, man. Oh, my mood is so much better now. Maybe it doesn't, though. I'm willing to take a bet on this reversal candle. What fib is this? It's not quite the 61.8, but that is a reversal candle right there. Not much volume behind it, though. So I'm kind of looking to enter roughly up here and just really tight stop loss. I'll take stabs at it. That's a potential reversal candle on ES if it closes. Yeah, it still is, but this candle opened bullish. So I'm starting to think NQ gets to here. Every single candle's opening bullish. I think the first pullback candle will actually be a pretty good long trade. Every candle's opening bullish. Every single one. This candle's not closing super bearish. We might have found a top. It depends. If ES is weaker than NQ, and if NQ holds a shooting star here, we could go down, but honestly, it's kind of looking like we're gonna demand was just enough to flip the script and start squeezing shorts. I'm watching for a potential cup and handle on NQ now. It is a long trade if you want it to this high. Like I'm bullish for this high, like confirmed bullish. I don't want to get in unless I see this trend tested. I need at least one red candle. One red candle, and depending on how that red candle is, I'll hop in. But this is ideally where I'd like to hop in on NQ, somewhere right around here. All right, here's the red candle. Here is the trend tested. Will I end up entering ES short, or it's between ES short and NQ longs at the moment? I kind of think NQ longs has a bit of a higher chance, but ES at the same time, it barely missed low a day, just missed by less than a point. ES is closing with a buying wick. Looks like this may actually be bullish consolidation on ES here, which is going to stall my short entry. I'm going to need one really big red candle to enter shorts. A red candle that kind of like rules out bullish consolidation. This is difficult, guys. This is difficult. My arch nemesis, compression. I hate compression, but I'm thinking I'll be able to play this thing. I'm thinking NQ longs to the pivot and then shorts right after it sweeps the pivot. That's what I'm thinking. But NQ's not staying super strong. Can't tell. ES isn't dropping enough. All right. This candle closed like this. I'm in short on ES. Need the candle to close like this, though. No buying wick whatsoever. If we put in a buying wick, I'm going to have to wait. Yeah, it's good enough now to where I can enter it for short. NQ's not looking like a cup and handle much anymore. I am very much so willing to take it, but I will force myself to wait for the 10-second rule, even though I am in so much pain waiting for this right now to hit the last 10 seconds. There goes my average. See you later, good average. All right, well, I filled it. Let's see if I was baited in or not. It's not terrible. Not even way worse average than I wanted, but whatever. I am very much so confirmed in. If we keep compressing, I'm just going to be red on the day, but there's nothing I can do to avoid that. It's the exact same average as my previous ES trade. You know what? My previous ES trade wouldn't have even stopped out either. I would still be in it. It barely missed my stop loss. My stop loss was right here, 30 ticks. Yeah, it missed my stop loss. Wow. So if you guys took that original trade, you're still in and you're back to green. That's a wild ride right there. It's a very wild ride. It looks like NQ's weaker than ES, unfortunately, but I didn't want to enter NQ because it flipped. It's weaker on the drops, but a lot stronger on the runs. With how much it ran up, I didn't want to take it. And if you are in the original trade, your stop loss should be where mine is now. It's doing the same thing though. NQ is weaker than ES. So if I entered NQ, looks like I would be doing better right now. Yeah, I would be. My P2 be all the way down here. What I'm really hoping for is that NQ doesn't stay extremely weak. ES gets a new low of day, bounces. That's a potential bounce candle on ES and NQ. But the hope is ES gets a new low of day, bounces, NQ misses low of day, bounces, and then I can re-enter NQ short for low of day. That would be awesome. That would be like Christmas. No, I don't look at KikiQ at all, JB. There's no reason to. The only reason why you look at KikiQ is like for the volume is a little bit better for volume analysis, but it doesn't. No, there's no point. And you're right, JB. Sometimes on KikiQ, it'll have like a perfect double bottom or triple top or something, or some major level that isn't shown on NQ, but the same percentage of the time NQ is doing that as well. I just found that, it's a net, not even a net positive or negative, it's just a net neutral. And all it comes down to is just a waste of time. In the long run, it doesn't really make my trading any better or necessarily worse. I would just argue slightly worse because it just takes time. That's why I don't use indicators as much anymore because it's just kind of a waste of time. Looks like ES is trying to bounce, getting a lot of buying wicks here. And that's a bullish candle open on both NQ and ES. So let's see how hard this bounce goes. If you're not in a trade and you're feeling more bullish than bearish, unfortunately for me, NQ is a good long here. You have a pretty crazy risk to award. But this is a good NQ long, especially with how much NQ dropped. NQ barely invalidated half this move. It didn't even go all the way down. So bears are making less and less progress. By the way this candle looks right now, I'm concerned bears are going to get squeezed out and we're going to see a break to the upside. Hopefully that's not the case, but we'll see. Regardless, the trade I'm in was a very flawless trade. Looks like that may happen though. ES isn't any weaker than NQ, so it looks like I'm actually pretty fairly likely to stop out. But I'll wait it out, see what happens. Looks pretty good to stop out. Looks that's what we're doing. We're just compressing. I'm not willing to enter longs after I stop out. You can if you want to. I'm just not willing to take two losses back to back. I'd rather just re-enter shorts if it comes back down. That is a very bullish candle there on ES. Looks good for a short squeeze. I fear that ES is stronger than NQ now. It's another pretty bullish candle on ES. And a nice candle open as well. Wait a minute, is this a perfect trend line here? No, it is not. Too many buying wicks. I think there's like a solid 88% chance I stop out, like 85. Unfortunately, still leaving it in. Just gonna let it go because it's still got a chance, but shorts are not putting up a good enough fight at the moment. ES did just give me a sign of hope. Not to be hopeful or anything, but ES did just have a weaker candle for the first time in a bit on NQ, so we'll see if it stays weaker or it's just doing its own thing at the moment. No, it's not staying weaker. It's stronger on this candle. So disregard what I said. Still looks like it's going to stop out. There is now a perfect trend line on ES, which is usually a pretty bullish thing. I'd expect it to break sooner rather than later because it's close. Um, but if we do somehow go down, that trend line is going to need to break. There's the perfect trend line breaking to the upside. Yes, it seems like ES is a little bit stronger than NQ, so when I stop out, if it comes back down, I'm gonna give it another try. But like I said, if the market just compresses, there's no money to be made. Looks like ES is at least gonna go for the higher high, and we'll see what happens when it sweeps that higher high. I'm thinking it's probably gonna come back down, but unfortunately, it does look like NQ's weaker than ES still, even on this upside. When you play half size, how much you typically take? It depends on person to person. You know, it's half your normal size. So yeah, you're able to average down. What time was that? I'm hoping at least make the higher high so I don't have to get in and the trade's not any more likely to play out. This is ideally when I pretty much get back in at the exact same average. He has barely missed the higher high though, which is a big issue. That is a very, very big issue actually. We need that to break. It's not gonna go. Shit. I'm gonna have to get back in at probably the same or worse average, and I'm risking another loss. So if you're not willing to take another loss, do not hop in. But this is a big issue here. I don't really want to get back in, but I'm hoping that I don't have to make the decision. I'm hoping this candle closes with a huge buying wick and I don't have to make a decision. Probably gonna have to get back in though. It's bearish candle open. Couldn't quite enter on the last candle because it still had a small buying wick and it wasn't quite at my entry, which means this candle's probably gonna go way below my average. Expecting that it's a red candle. Yeah, it's not looking too good. Of a small account of 8,000. Two contracts are what of what? Two or four contracts of what? QQQ? If you only have 8,000 in your portfolio, you should not be taking more than two SPX contracts at the absolute max, like at the max. And that is for super aggressive growth. Honestly, you can do plenty fine just taking one contract. It's a big buying wick there, guys. I have to sit on the sidelines. I kind of got screwed over with price action not sweeping that high, but just enough sweeping my stop loss. Um, have to sit on the sidelines, unfortunately, because it's just too likely to go back up and sweep that blue line. And hell, it's like 50%, and I don't take 50% trades. So SPX like 2 to 3, yeah, no, do not go above two contracts. You're gonna blow your account. Honestly, even if you have a 10K account, one contract at an average of $2.50 to $3 is plenty to grow that 10K account. Honestly, even 1,000 a week. Like, not even joking. I've taken 10K accounts uh, up 100% in like 3 weeks just by trading one SPX contract. What do you mean, how? How can you make 1,000 a week with just 10,000 with just one SPX contract? You take multiple trades a day. You know, my average win is what would you guys say? Well, technically my average win is like 35-40%, but for sake of numbers, we'll just say average win 25%. That's what, $65 a contract. You take multiple trades a day, average out over a week. It's not impossibly difficult to be at $1,000 a week. Not at all. ES is weak, guys. I got screwed over, man. This price action's shit. I'm gonna have to re-enter at a worse average now. Unless this candle closes with a buying wick. There's nothing I can do about it. This is really shitty. Because my hypothesis is gonna play out. I know ES is so likely to go to new low a day. It's just how many times is it gonna stop me out and destroy my average before it finally gets there. And unfortunately, if ES puts in a good buying wick here and holds, I have to delay my entry again. And if it gets delayed like two more times, I'm just gonna have to miss out on the trade. Yes, you can trade futures with your own money, Erico. Yep. Candle did not close with a buying wick, but I wasn't fast enough to catch the short. So I'm going to miss out on the drop. You love to see it. You love to see it. It had a buying wick pretty much the whole time. I look away to read chat, and it closed without the buying wick. This is supposed to be my entry here. If you're looking at shorts, you should be in. This is your stop loss. There you go. That's your trade. Looks good for new low of day. I'm hoping that because NQ is stronger than ES, which it's kind of BS that only when I'm in shorts ES is stronger than NQ. Otherwise, it's the other way around. But I am hoping that somehow, some way, this NQ buying wick plays out and we bounce. It doesn't look like ES is going to allow that though. ES looks pretty dang bearish. Looks good for new low of day. Today's just been a day of missing out on trades is really what it's been. ES is decent for a reversal trade after a sweeps new low of day. Looks like it's going to get there. So congrats on all of you that are making money on this short. I can see a potential falling wedge forming, but the reality is, I don't know, because this is still really big bearish consolidation. I don't think the market is bearish enough, though, for it to just continue. I don't think this bearish consolidation is going to get the full potential. Sucks that I missed it again. I got to stop reading chat. Really, I missed that trade because I read chat, and right when I read chat, that buying wick went away, and that was my entry. Yeah, go high. You're net. That's just a red flag right there. You said you only go 3 contracts when you're sure of the trade. You're gonna blow your account with that psychology. There's never any sure of trades. It doesn't exist. It's always your most confident trades that are gonna be your biggest losses trading. And if ES swept this high, I would have been short in shorts on the reversal candle, but it barely missing really screwed me up, and then missing the entry there. But that's perfect double bottom on ES, I believe. This is super bearish to break. It would be absolutely absurd if this bottom held right now. And you know what? It's technically got a chance. But I'm actually not even happy about this as well because if the bounce holds, I wanted to enter NQ longs here on my white line for this high, but I needed ES to sweep low of day, right? ES sweeps low of day, bounces, whatever. That's a bullish liquidity sweep. Boom, I would be in NQ longs on this candle. But because we missed liquidity again on ES, I cannot enter short. I can't enter longs. Not gonna lie, it is tempting to just enter ES short right there. And I did want to. I can't now that it's below break even. But I did want to. I didn't react fast enough. I technically can, but NQ did make a lower low bounce. But to be fair, I was supposed to be in short, so it's more of like a second chance to get in shorts. Because I really was supposed to be in shorts there, and I missed it. I did it. I was supposed to be in shorts anyways. We'll see what happens. If NQ squeezes, it's going to stop out. So don't take this trade if you believe that's going to happen. But this isn't really a new trade here. This is just me getting in the trade that I was supposed to be in already. Like I was supposed to be in this short trade here. Now I'm just in. So if it goes and stops me out, it's whatever. Because I was supposed to be in. Is NQ really going to play out the bull flag, though? While ES has this perfect double bottom? That would be crazy. There it is. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. This is a perfect trend line on NQ. Not... It's barely not a perfect trend line. It rears its head right there. Okay, well, that's fairly bullish on NQ. It doesn't really matter. I was supposed to be in the short trade anyways, and it has a perfect double bottom. But if I can get some luck on my side this morning, ES drops to where it's supposed to go, new low of day, sweeps it, bounces, NQ comes back up, I take the NQ long. That would be sweet. But with my luck, ES is going to now that I'm in this trade, ES is going to flip stronger than NQ, and NQ is going to go down, ES won't. Hopefully I'm incorrect, though. Yeah, ES is a decent amount stronger than NQ right now. And if NQ can get a candle, this is bullish on ES right now, but if NQ can get a candle to close right here, that's going to look great for a break to the upside above this high. It is getting the candle to close right there. Let's see if it gets the break to the upside as a result. We still got 15 seconds left in the candle. Broke just as predicted. It's the most obvious thing in the world. If I was into scalping like 20 seconds of candles, that's an easy long. But if ES got new low of day and actually swept it, this is my entry candle here on NQ. 943. Easy entry candle because you know with very good odds that it's at least going to get a little bit to the upside in the beginning to give your trade cushion. But ES is extremely strong, so it looks like today is I'm just missing the initial entry, getting another attempt, and it doesn't matter if I got the original entry or didn't, I'd stop out anyways. That's what it's a very weird day today. And it doesn't seem like it, but the first short trade I entered was here, closed at break even, re-entered it pretty much the same place here. I missed out the heartbreaker part because on both of these short trades, they barely missed low of day PT. Like barely missed it just to go up and stop me out. So it looks like the results of the day don't matter. It's pretty much a red day no matter what. If this trade gets a stop loss. I'm thinking it's gonna break to the upside, guys. I don't know how this magical 45 minute demand is holding so well, but it is. NES is just so much stronger than NQ now. That is a bearish engulfing on NQ, which is a very bearish candle. It depends on how the next candle opens. Next candle opens below the close. It did open below the close. That's bearish. But it's kind of a toss-up because when you get a candle like that and the next candle opens below the close, yeah, usually it's bearish, but in this specific case, when you have a big red candle, it could turn into a piercing line. Now, I don't think that's likely because it happened more at the top of the trend, not the bottom. As you can see here, this one was at the bottom of the trend. The next candle opened below the candle's close, and what happened? It formed a piercing line, which is a bullish reversal pattern, which catalyzed the bounce. Make sense? No, T-Crafty, I don't trade the Dow. Man, I'm so stuffy. Like, these last 2 weeks have been hell. Like, I don't want to talk to you guys. It's just like sitting here swallowing for my life every 15 seconds. Could you repeat what again? Oh. When a candle opens below the last candle's closed, it's usually bearish unless it's at the bottom of the trend, in which it could be a bearish piercing line. If the first candle is a large red candle. You can see here, large red candle, but towards the bottom of the trend. Next candle opened lower than the close, which is usually bearish, but at the bottom of the trend, you have to watch for a piercing line. Put in a piercing line, boom, reversed. Something to look out for. Why is ES so strong, you POS? Why? Every time I'm in ES, it's like, why are you so strong? Only when I'm in, too. Only when I'm in. Like, NQ is so much weaker now. Lame. It's like I should only be trading NQ. Too bad NQ isn't the one with the good PT. I really wanted ES to be weaker because it doesn't really matter, but I wanted ES to be weaker because if ES can get to here and NQ could just make a lower low and bounce, I can enter longs here and it's a really good long trade. But if NQ is weaker than ES, it's going to be somewhere all the way down here. Getting lower lows with buying wicks on ES, watch for a bounce. You know, if ES does get down to low a day, maybe we bounce, and maybe I can re-enter NQ shorts for low of day. Maybe. To be fair, if I didn't miss this original trade's entry, there's a decent chance my stop loss would have went to break even. I don't really know if it would have, but there's a chance it would have. Curious to see if that would have helped me or hurt me. The moment looks like it's hurting. Now keep in mind, this bearish consolidation is huge. Technically, you know, if I just grab the width of this, you know, I'll just be super conservative. There you go. Technically, this consolidation is plenty big enough to drop us all the way to 60.88 on ES. My PT's not there though. These bounces out of demand have been way, 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 way too hard, and I'm not going to risk my trades going red because I would much rather make myself available to enter an NQ long, now that NQ stronger, especially when ES sweeps low of day. The weights bounce out of this demand 3 times already. Every single time is just aggressive as the last. Look how many buying wicks it just put in. It just had 4 buying wicks, all had lower lows. Or the 3 after the first one had lower lows. Like, it does not want to go down. And actually, this is a very sketchy fractal inverse head and shoulders. So a break to the upside is possible here. Price action is a huge pain. I'm going to hang out on my phone now that we're back in the middle. By the way, I'm telling you guys, this time of day to trade is not it. Like, I freaking hate, I hate trading this time of day so much. This is so terrible. Almost every single day is just awful. Just a terrible time. So bad. Whereas in the first hour, I get this, and then the greatest bounce ever, you know? Like, you just get great things in the first hour, and this time of day just freaking sucks. I need to figure out a new system, like a new schedule, to where I can do everything that I want to do, but also trade futures during the first hour, which is such a big challenge for me. So I'll see what I can come up with over the next couple of weeks, but there's only one, statistically speaking, during this time of day, there's only been like one really good price action day a week during the second going into the third hour. Like, it's terrible. It's not the way trading should be. That's good, Jay. Yeah, when the market keeps moving down, a lot of you guys were able to catch the drop because I called out puts right before the drop happened. So naturally, the server was pretty bearish beforehand. And that my pre-market analysis, my only PT was a bearish PT. But also when it keeps dropping like this, yeah, members blow their accounts because then they decide, they're in shorts here, they sell here, oh, huge trade. Oh shit, it dropped so much more, time to reverse. Keeps dropping, they blow their account. This looks like finally the break to the upside is going to happen. That's a short squeeze candle. Not expecting this candle to stay red. I'm expecting this candle to close with a huge buying wick. And then I'm expecting the next candle to open green and push up towards my stop loss. Let's see if that happens. That's the statistical likely thing to happen here. But we still got 30 seconds before that buying wick shows up. If it shows up. Obviously, I hope I'm completely wrong. Am I going to be completely wrong? Wow, that is so lucky. Oh my gosh, that is so lucky. Folks, there's a chance we may be saved. There is a chance we may be saved. It is so rare that that happens. But when that happens, it helps the odds of your short trades so much. Obviously, if we go all the way back up and invalidate that red candle, we're cooked. But no, the fact that it did not put in the typical buying wick at the end and invalidated that entire green candle, we could be looking at a potential stop loss right here. Obviously, I don't want to get my hopes up or anything, but that candle was a very, very lucky candle. Like, very lucky. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. All right, I am back. Oh, look. ES is stronger than NQ again. What a surprise. Guys, this freaking sucks. You cannot make this up. This time of day, is terrible. And I've only been saying it for months, but like I'm too much of a wimp to pull the trigger on changing times because I don't know. Because the only time I want to trade is the first hour, but like it's so hard to alert options and trade options already. Trading futures on top of that just means my accounts blow up. So 12 p.m. dump, maybe. I don't know, man. It's just sideways, you know. There's nothing I could, and it's sideways, but like with severe blue balling during the sideways because we have the perfect double bottom, and you know. Granted, I am very lucky that I was able to get back in my short trades, even though the last one was a stop loss. Because if I just got the initial entry and just held, I would have got my heart broken twice already because it barely missed PT twice. So, but NQ is still chopping down. Like it can technically break to the upside, but it's been chopping down too long. This leg is too small, and this chopping down is too big, which indicates it's a little more likely to break to the downside. But I don't know. Do we have any more catalysts today that the market's waiting for? Is there a reason we're acting like this? 10 a.m. Oh, we do have a lot of things at 10 a.m. Brace for impact. Brace for impact, folks. We got crude oil stocks change, gasoline stock change, 15-year mortgage rate, 30-year mortgage rate. Oil, we got oil imports change, oil stocks change, fuel production change, distillate stocks change, gasoline production change, heating oil stocks change, refinery crude runs change, and then 5 minutes after the hour's Fed Muslim speech. So on individually, those things are like nothing, but we have like 20 things that are showing up at 10 a.m. my time, 12 p.m. Eastern. So like each of those things don't really matter to me, but because there's so much, brace for impact. What? Knock on wood before I even say it, but I hope I don't see this. That's what I hope I don't see. Trading economics calendar is what I look for at the middle of the day catalyst, but I look at Market Watch every morning because that's just got the bread and butter stuff that I need. Usually, Market Watch calendar is solid. All right, we have 1 minute until we potentially move a bunch, which means if you want to remove your PT in hopes that we break the downside and continue going down, you can do that. It's not a terrible idea. But I'd walk the plank off my balcony if I do that and it sweeps my PT and goes right back up to my stop loss. So I'm not going to do that. That's too much of a risk. Gaming Legend, if you're starting to trade options, dude, don't and trade prop firm futures. But if you're set on trading options, here's the thing, dude, you're going to lose all your money. You are going to, every single cent that you put into your portfolio, you are going to lose it. So it's like, yeah, I could tell you a proper amount to manage risk, but it doesn't matter because that number is going to be higher and you're just going to lose it all anyways. Right? So I'm tempted to remove my PT, but I'm not. 10 a.m. stuff is coming out. We're picking up volatility a little bit. We'll see what happens. If you trade just SPY and just QQQ for $1 or less a contract, if you throw in $1,000, you can take 5 decent trades a day and see what happens. Oh my gosh, that is a short squeeze setup at NQ. Looks like it may want to break to the upside here. We'll see if it does. Is NQ gonna finally break to the upside and squeeze or what? I mean, we did get something at 10 a.m. I mean, we did get some movement. Wasn't crazy, but so far it's the wrong direction. It's hard to be profitable then. Gaming asks if it's hard to be profitable. Gaming, how old are you? Type in chat. You're 21. It is by far going to be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. I don't think there's, for the average 21-year-old that's interested in the stock market, I'd say there's a 99% chance you've never experienced anything nearly as hard as being a profitable day trader. Not even close. Again, keyword is 21-year-old that'd be interested in the stock market. You're not a professional MMA fighter, or I assume you haven't been to war. So yeah, it's by far probably the hardest thing you've ever done in your entire life. NQ looks great to potentially break to the upside. Unfortunately, I don't know, guys. It's like I'm doing the best I can over here. Price actions gave me absolutely nothing. What is your usual position size relative to your portfolio? Roughly 5%, man. Wait, is it 5%? Yeah, roughly 5%. Ish. Actually, is it? Hang on, I need to calculate this. Yeah, it's more like 3, 4%. Looks like we are breaking to the upside, folks. And you know what? One of the funny part, I do not think it's going to stay up. I think it's going to break to the upside and then come back down. So it was a good attempt, but the news moved price action the wrong way. Now we're in short squeeze mode. I'm bullish for NQ to get to my first blue line at the minimum, which obviously is going to bring this to stop loss. And then ideally, when ES gets a stop loss, I'm looking for the blue line up here. It was a good trade, though. I mean, it was green for most of the trade. Oh, yeah. NQ is in short squeeze mode, folks. It is runtime. That's a nice trend line break right there. Assuming the candle doesn't close with a selling wick. Eh, it's not as nice anymore, but still expecting to go up. Sitting here for almost an hour and a half and taking two trades, both green to red. You love to see it. Fortunately, news killed it. I'll try one more time for that low because that low day is going to break, but it's just you don't know when. It's a 25-minute trade. All right, I need ES to make the higher high at the minimum. All right, looks like ES is going to get to that high. You know, it's a really good trade if we get back down to, if it sweeps the high and it comes back down to here. But honestly, guys, it's like, I don't know when that's going to happen. This entire time that I've been in here, I tried taking a short right here. There's a pretty damn good chance I would have, it was up a ton, but there's a decent chance I would have stopped at a break even. So it doesn't really bug me. Only because he has barely missed low a day. Could have made a lot of money on that one. And then the other two trades, nothing would have changed. This one was, if I held this one, green to red, or would have barely missed it here, and then same thing here, bright green to red. But you know, it's all, you know, ES is gonna have to break this level at some point. That doesn't mean you just ape into shorts and just kind of hope it happens. It's not a good game plan at all. But yeah, just this entire time for the last entire hour, it just went sideways perfectly while not sweeping anything. Not a single pivot swept. This is actually the first pivot that's swept here on ES. It broke it. It's a good stop loss. If it does sweep and come back down, you can enter, re-enter short, but you know, the news is more bullish and bearish. NQ is an okay reversal trade at the moment. It is so risky though. Here's your potential reversal trade. I mean, it made higher highs with selling wicks. If it closes without a major buying wick, there you go. Ultra tight stop loss and that. I'm willing to take it. Um, if this green candle goes away, I'm willing to take it as one last tiny little trade. I did not fill. Well, it did not fill me. If you took the trade, move stop loss to break even. Because it could just, you know, perfectly retest this trend line and come right back up. So you're going to want to move your stop loss to break even if you filled that reversal trade. If I entered it though, my P2 would be all the way down at ES low of day, to be honest. Man, just missing trades today. What is going on? Those are like the most misses I've really ever had in a day. It didn't affect the P&L today. Today was going to be red day regardless. Unless this trade just goes all the way down, then not, but that was a pretty good reversal trade. That was very good. Yeah, put your stop loss to break even, and if it goes down, great. You can sell it early if you want. I mean, it did just get lower lows with buying wicks. Never mind. That was only on MNQ, not NQ. It was a very good attempt. Very good attempt. I will say though, I'm probably gonna hop off here. I will say if we do come back down, because this PT is so nice, it's rare for me to do this, but if we do come back down, I will be taking another shot for this price target. It's just simply too likely not to. I'll ping you guys in the Discord when I do take that trade. I don't know if it's gonna be anytime soon. I'm gonna try keeping my eye on the market. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. I don't know if I'm going to miss it. But if I happen to see it, I'll keep my laptop by me. And I got DMs to answer to, and I still got one-on-ones and stuff. When a majority of this bounce invalidates, depending on how the market looks like, I'm pretty much guaranteed to be in that trade if I see it. So, all right, nothing. Hour and almost, yeah, over an hour and a half in here. 2 trades, both green to red, with no pivot swept until the end. There's not much I can do about it. I told you guys, if it compresses, I'm going to get absolutely nothing. And that's unfortunately what happened. Just part of trading this time of day, I guess. Does anyone have any questions or anything before I hop out? And like I said, when a majority of this move invalidates on ES, I will be in short. When were you switching to futures and market? I did not switch to futures and market open, Magic. Are you spinning the wheel today? I am spinning the wheel today. Yep, we'll spin it at market close. We'll spin it right before market close, actually. I gotta ping everyone again, but yeah, we'll be spinning the wheel today. I doubt I'm gonna forget. There's a small chance because of one-on-ones, but I don't think I'm gonna forget. And, you know, I forgot last time, but I end up spinning it the next day anyway, so. But yeah, react to the promo center. We're giving away 300 bucks. And, yeah, another day where just price action's freaking terrible. Just a medium red day, only 2 losses, but it's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. What's the best time for futures? First hour of market open. First hour market open is just the best time to trade, period. Unless you trade on a much bigger time frame and you shoot for trends, which I do not do. So it's the best for options as well. It's for everyone, Ovacat. The promo center giveaways, they're for everyone because I need everyone to react to the message. The more reactions, the better. So yeah, they're for everyone. But all right. I will see you guys later. Good luck if you continue trading. Price action was very shitty, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. Hopefully tomorrow is better, but it's only a matter of time before I figure something out and I'm starting to trade futures during the first hour. I'm working on it. We'll see what I can do. But all right, I'll see you guys later.